Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict is a Pro Bowler, but his defensive coordinator says his playing style is hurting the team. I'm Kerry Chow, joined by ESPN Bengals reporter Coley Harvey. Coley, Bengals defensive coordinator Paul Guenther says Burfict's style makes him susceptible to injury and hurts the team. What do you make of his comments?
Well, I think he's right, and I'll be honest. I'm a little surprised that he came out and said it today, and that he said it quite as vehemently and as adamantly as he did. But the point needs to be taken. Vontaze Burfict obviously hasn't. He's only finished one game this year. He's only played in 4 of the Bengals' 6 games this year, and all the injuries that he's had, they've dealt with either his head or his neck. Of course, he's had 2 concussions and also a neck sprain just this past weekend at Indianapolis. So he needed someone to basically come out and say, look, this is an issue. He also has needed people to sit him down and say, look, you might want to change your tackling style. You might want to change your approach. Don't change your style of play too much, because the Bengals obviously do like the intensity and the aggressiveness that he plays with. But they want to make sure that he's monitoring his health, because when he's not on the field, it affects his health long term, obviously, but it also affects the team and the rhythm that he can get into defensively.
Burfict plays such a hard-nosed style. Do you expect him to change his technique? And if so, how challenging will that be?
Yeah, that one of the great quotes that Guenther gave us during the session just now. He said it's just like teaching a dog how to not eat red meat. You just can't really do that. You've got to let a dog do what he wants to do, and that's eat that type of meat. For Burfict, it's the same thing. You kind of have to let him play his style of football, because that's what's made him so good. Obviously, he led the league in tackles last year, 171 tackles, made him a Pro Bowler last year because of that. So you still want him to play with that type of edge, that type of demeanor, but at the same time, he's just simply got to pick his head up. How easy is that? That's not going to be easy at all. He is tackling the same way that he has, not just throughout his NFL career, but also the way he did in college, the way he did in high school. So even though it's a very small, minor technique, it's also something that you don't want to run the risk of now all of a sudden he's missing tackles because he's focusing too much on that one little small technical aspect. Still, the Bengals are very adamant. Paul Guenther is very adamant that he's got to get that done if this team is going to be any better on defense.
That's a great quote. It'll be interesting to see if this dog will perhaps develop a taste for, tofu. For the latest on the Bengals, be sure to check out the NFL Nation blog. He's ESPN Bengals reporter Coley Harvey. Thanks, Coley. I'm Kerry Chow with your latest ESPN headline.